So, a couple things. I've decided, I don't know why building is in unit, but I'll do something about that sometime soon. I've decided a few things. Instead of having a builder and a, harvester and a fisherman and this and that and this and that and this that, having a million different units, what I thought I'd do instead is have one unit, one person. This seems to be a very popular style nowadays in RTS with Banished and with Northgard and other RTS things out there now that I can't seem to remember, where you assign roles to things. So each person will instead just inherit um, abilities and things from gear and through training. What that means is since I separated all of the states or behaviors, as they would probably more appropriately be called. Since I've separated all of their behaviors out, I can just add tons of behaviors into this pool and add them to a unit as they acquire them, or if they pick up a piece of gear that lets them do something. I add a new thing to their pool of abilities. Um, so what does that mean? If I have a person who can, every base person will have walk, they'll have attack, and they'll have idle, and then they'll have something else like eat or sleep or some other behaviors that every unit has. And then, if they pick up a pickaxe, they can now mine rocks. If they pick up a hatchet, they can now cut down trees. If they pick up a fucking, uh, I don't know, a scythe, they can cut grass. Their role will depend on the equipment they have. They could also probably get training, like this guy can speak. If this guy can speak, he can teach, this and that. So they'll just gain abilities over time through gear and through training. So what that means is that I did not waste my time making all of this tech right here, this unit state stuff. I can now efficiently utilize this to build some interesting possibilities for units. Um, what that means for me, or what that means for the game, is that you can have a lot of cool guys. You can have some metas, like this guy's a scholar because I put all of his stats up in intellect, and he can speak very well, and he can teach more than one person at a time, or something like that. And this guy's a really good lumberjack because he's masterful with a hatchet, and his strength is very high, or something. Um, that sounds cool. But what that means for me is I have an assload of balancing to deal with, and I will definitely be doing that live or in some capacity in its entirety on video. Um, that was almost very poor English. I just woke up. I'm not sorry about that, but I did just wake up, so I'm a little bit fucked up. Yeah, sip of Joe. I can't go on without some Joe. Um, I wanted to talk about how important it is to have a goal in mind when developing a video game. I had a big old speech ready, but this video is already fucking 4 minutes long, so I'm just gonna cut right to the chase. Don't be a fucking retard. Don't be an idiot like me. Don't just make a game to build tech because your game's gonna be ass. It's gonna suck. It's not gonna be fun. You're gonna get bored of it, and nobody's gonna play it. Have a game in mind before you start making a game. It's like writing a song just to write a song. It's just like if you don't have anything to say, you should probably not write a song about nothing, because that's how pop music is made, and everybody hates pop music. So, um, have a goal in mind. I now have a goal in mind. I was just gardening, as I like to call it. I was just tending my garden, plucking weeds as they came up, and building out trellises and shit and all sorts of tech. And now I know where I'm going with this. So I'm going to start making notes and have a clear direction. If I have a direction, I can make a plan. And if I have a plan, I can have a schedule and um, eventually a release date. So I'd be able to finish this. Um, Also, a goal. If you have a goal in mind, you have something to work towards. You hit your goal and you're finished. You know, If you don't have a goal, you're just going to keep adding things to this game until you hate it. So don't do that. So the second is a quick talk how this is going to affect gameplay. I was in person. In person, I have build speed and mining speed. In the new system that I have in mind, I'm going to get rid of these. These don't exist anymore. What I will have instead is like some stats, like strength, some intelligence, or constitution, some good old RPG stats maybe. And each unit will have these, and it'll determine how they do things. So that brings up the question: how our units behave and interact with items and abilities. Do pickaxes have their own strength, or do they draw from the character's strength, or is it a combination of two? Are there ranked things like gold pickaxe and silver pickaxe and this and that? Does a character have skills with a tool, or do they just know how to use everything already? Do more complex tools have more complex skills? Maybe. Third, this is, I don't even know why I wrote this down. I'm just going to say it. Do all units have their own things, or is there like a global pool of things that they all share? That's a stupid question. So I'm just going to say that all units own their own inventories. So I'll make some inventories as well. So these are some things for me to think about and to design towards. This video is about 15 minutes shorter than the last one, and I'm going to leave it at that. I have nothing else of importance to say. I'll see you next time when I start implementing some of this stuff. Bye.